Greetings and salutation, wonderful, wonderful people. Heavy Bowgun today. I have finally got around to finalising all of my builds, and I'm going to be putting a lot more effort into these videos, as you can possibly already friggin' tell. Last Heavy Bowgun video I did seems to be a bit of a mixed match, but I've got the problem solved now, and yeah, they're a little bit busted. So we're going to start off with our raw, which is normal, pierce and spread. And yeah, now much of these builds are the same. The main thing that changes throughout them is the customizations for the mods on the Heavy Bowgun, the augments, and the 4-shot pierce or spread. So Vorbuster with expert, affinity, defense, health, release evasion, release evasion, challenger, attack 4, and then attack 4, critical evasion, critical medicine, 4-shot, sheath attack, and then mind's eye. Gear is Fatalis helmet beta, Fatalis chest beta, Fatalis gloves beta, Fatalis waist alpha, and then arch-tempered Velkhana, Reimguard Greaves, Gamma. It's up to you on your decorations you wish to put in your mantle. I like to go with normal shot with using KO, because it does actually do quite a lot of, well, in comparison to other shots other than spread, obviously does do quite a lot of stun / KO damage as well, which does help CC a monster and help you maintain your control. Spread largely the same, apart from for this one we're going with attack, affinity, defense, utilizing pretty much the exact same setup with the decorations and the armor. The only difference here is rather than using 4 shots dual 3, we're using spread dual 3 in the waist. Mods are recoil, close, special, but overall pretty much the exact same. The augments for this are different, so I actually do have 3 separate sets of this Heavy Bowgun, which is how I'm able to maintain this. Evasion mantle I like to use with KO. Glider mantle I tend to run KO maintenance as well, rather than guardian attack. It's just something I have there. As for my release evasion, etc., I've seen a lot of people run release protection. I do feel that normally I'm pretty good at dodging, although it's been a long time since I fought Ruin and Erg, and I completely forgot that he jumps around and roars a lot, so it's caught me off guard for this video. And for the final, which is pierce, affinity, defense, health augment, recoil, special, power, reload, and then close. Can go with range if you want, but close just seems to be a bit better as the monster is in your face a lot more, as well as obviously pierce dual 3 in the waist. Now all 3 of these builds do actually outdamage the meta. However, it's because they are reliant on peak performance. With the normal and pierce shot, it's not too bad because we have health augments. However, with the spread, it is a slight issue because I do not have a health augment on, because in case you don't know, health augment on spread doesn't really work too well. You can utilize the special ammo to get your health regen, but it's not as reliant. So if you do feel a bit too reliant on the peak performance with spread, there are other options you can take, such as going with the meta, which swaps around the arch-tempered Velkhana feet for the arch-tempered Velkhana helmet, which gives coalescence level 3 on it, and that is basically where you get your damage from in that regard. As for the sticky cluster setups, my first one here is a status setup. So we've got 2 reload, 2 recoil, close, attack, and affinity augment, and then from there we're basically doing for all the custom mods a load of damn attack. Fatalis helmet beta with challenger, attack, Fatalis beta chest with attack, sheath attack, artillery, Fatalis beta gloves with artillery, Phoenix protection, Fatalis beta waist with Phoenix protection, KO protection, and then Reimguard Greaves, which is arch-tempered Velkhana with KO medicine and artillery, still rocking that challenger charm. And for just pure stickies, we are going to be using the Demon Lord Beastmaster with 3 recoil, 2 reload, attack and health augments. Decorations are basically the exact same. Put a little bit more focus on KO on the mantles. However, because I'm basically doing this because the quick sheath, absolute quality of life skill with heavy bowgun. But I would recommend, I've purely done this because it's a CC variant. I mainly use these in multiplayer. If you're playing these solo, those KO protection, KO medicine, swap out to release protection or release medicine. I run medicine typically with stickies because they generate quite a bit of health back, but the majority of your damage is simply coming from peak performance. So trying to keep that up as much as possible. So they are sort of placeholder builds. Swap around your KO jewels with release where necessary. In multiplayer, I find that I don't really need the ammo up as my teammates are able to deal with it quite effectively. They just need me to get that KO a bit more often, so I've gone for a lot of KO side. Now, someone once told me the Vorbuster is the best sticky / cluster setup in the game. It's not, does a lot of damage, but the amount of recoil and reload is unbelievable. Basically swap around the recoil and reload mods to see the difference on this. You'll basically need one or the other. It's more of a cluster setup than a sticky setup. Stickies will more than likely get you killed. However, due to true spare shot, you can get some decent-ish use out of clusters, although nowhere near what it used to be. So be warned, it's more cluster orientated, but I really wouldn't. Finally, the elemental setups that I am running mainly use Cure Assault Water and Cure Assault Ice. You can use the others for Thunder and Fire, however they're not as effective. All of the decorations are the same apart from the first 4 and the last one, so where it says Stream, swap them over to your element. However, with the other weapons you are missing that decoration slot in the weapon. I have gone with a 3-piece Safi setup, utilising 2-piece Fatalis. Basically, the damage is the exact same on paper, apart from I'm missing 3 elemental damage, where I've gained 3 raw. The difference between this depends entirely on the monster hit zone value. I just find this is a little bit safer, particularly in endgame master rank content, although I do hardly ever use these against elder dragons. They still hit pretty damn hard, they're still pretty damn effective, but play around with what you like. If you like the 5-piece Safi setups, go for it. But if you find you're getting it slapped around a little bit too much, maybe try this and see how it works out for you. Anyway, they are my current heavy bowgun builds. I do hope this has helped a lot of you out, and hopefully this one does a little bit better. But in the meantime, have fun, good luck, and don't die. It's bad for the health.